Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boyz Commentary. An interesting matter that I'd like to discuss today is about Jamaican internationals who have made their name known overseas. And the question is, do we have any Jamaican international, whether past or present, who are legends at the club that they played for? There are quite a number of Jamaicans that have stamped their authority in the likes of England, Scandinavia, Asia region, the MLS, and also in Africa as well. At one point in time, Jamaican born football players, were playing on every single continent of this globe except Antarctica. And of course, Antarctica has no people. But right now, it's only 4 continents that our footballers play on. But football is playing in North America, Europe, we have them in Asia as well, and finally, we have them in South America. So, 4 continents that our players play on presently. Some players that have stamped their authority as club legends. One, it has to start with him, Ricardo Fuller. When Stoke City released him in 2012, he had spent 6 years at the club, averaging a goal every 4 games for the club throughout his time period of the club. And shortly after that, Stoke City released their all-time starting 11. And Ricardo Fuller was on that list in the Hall of Fame. In that starting 11, there was only 2 players that were present within that Stoke City sort of setup, and that was Ryan Shawcross, an England international, and Ricardo Fuller. Ricardo Fuller did some brilliant things for the club. The 2006-2007, the 2007-2008, the 2008-2009, and 2009-2010 season, Ricardo Fuller was a top scorer for Stoke City in all competitions. 4 of the 6 seasons that he spent at Stoke City, he was a top scorer. Even Tony Pulis said that Ricardo Fuller is a legend at this club. So it's clear to see as well what the fans think of him as well, alongside the coaching staff. They even have a YouTube channel for Stoke City fans called The Bear Pit TV, where Andy Wilkinson was giving his thoughts, former Stoke City player. He says Ricardo Fuller is the best player he ever played with. That's quite remarkable, isn't it? And as we know, Ricardo Fuller, not only did he play in the Premier League and scored against the likes of Arsenal a number of occasions, Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle United, Blackburn, Wigan, Hull City. He scored against some really big teams as well, you know. He scored against Portsmouth. In the UEFA Europa League, he scored against Besiktas. A wonderful goal. West Ham United, where he beat 5 players and then slotted it past Rob Green in goal at Upton Park. That's another wonderful memory. Are there any other Jamaicans? Ricardo "Bibby" Gardner. In 2006, Ricardo "Bibby" Gardner was voted the Bolton Wanderers Player of the Year. To this date, Ricardo Gardner has a record at Bolton Wanderers for being the most capped international at a club. During his time at Bolton Wanderers, he made almost 80 appearances for Jamaica. So while he was attached to Bolton, he played 80 matches for Jamaica. No other players played that many for their country while representing Bolton. Ricardo Gardner, as you know, is one of Jamaica's most capped players. A little over 100 caps to his name as well, scoring some brilliant goals, and a member of our 1998 campaign, and he assisted Jamaica's first goal at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. Adrian Mariappa. Well, some people may say, really? Well, he was in the first team in 2005 to 2012. And he steadily, during his late teens to early 20s, he built his way into the first team, played at the heart of the defence for Watford, and he impressed in the Championship, and there was even interest from the likes of Newcastle United, who was pushing for Europa League football, and Wigan Athletic, who was pushing for the FA Cup title as well. But he turned them down to stay with his loyal club Watford, that gave him the opportunity when he was a teenager. And he's a legend among fans. Whether he visits, plays against them, he's given no harsh sort of treatment or boos, so that is a wonderful sight to see. He is also a Watford Player of the Year as well in 2012, so a fantastic player, and we're happy to have him in Jamaican colours as well. It's a wonderful prospect. Lewton Chilton won the Norwegian Cup with Vålerenga. The fans love him up until this day. Even though he was not the most prolific in terms of finishing, he wasn't scoring a goal every other game, it was a goal every 3 games, but he still made an impression, especially out the wide areas. There was even an occasion where Valerenga played against Barcelona in a friendly match pre-season, and Pep Guardiola said that this guy is very fast. You know, if he could just work on his first touch, then maybe, you know, he could play in La Liga. It's interesting, isn't it? Are there any other club legends that have played for clubs? Well, not many, but these are just a few examples to show that Jamaicans have made a solid contribution to their clubs overseas as well. You look at the MLS. You look at Omar Cummings, who won the MLS Cup in 2010, Tyrone Marshall, who played with virtually everyone in the MLS, the likes of Colorado Rapids as well, LA Galaxy, Toronto FC. He's been around, and Andy Williams, a legend at Real Salt Lake, in their all-time best 11 as well. So Jamaicans have made an impression. Reggae Boyz fans, what are your thoughts? Do you think that there are more Jamaicans who have stamped their authority at big clubs? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Reggae Boyz Commentary, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Reggae Boyz Commentary.